And then Phantom up smash.
What's going on?
Finding the strong bear, hold ledge. Let's see if this will be enough. So just up.
There it is.
There you go. And Knuckles taunts as well. Just a bit of cherry on the top.
God, yeah, that was a taunt deserved, man. That's.
Both Rikzz and BA are super high percent, so... Oh, and R23.
Yeah.
Oh, R22 try to get a cheeky gimp on Kins0 there. This is looking... Yeah.
This is, yeah.
That should be it. That's all it took. All it took there was R23.
Very crucial invisible ceiling. God, it's so hard. It's so hard for Sheik to do anything. Foxy's 0.
Oh, I think... oh my... They're both just going in now. Silly. I don't know. I wouldn't... Yeah, okay.
Almost like if they're all perfectly evenly skilled, I think this is an even game.
Oh my
It's
goodness.
a back air and an up smash of one of the Foxes' skills.
I think he just kind of needs to run in an up smash at this point. What's it got to lose? Just go for it. Oh, not the best DI. Dead.
That's it.
Damn. Well, what can you say? 6-0. 6-0. My Pipsqueak and Nicki. They.
You know, there's a timeline where we'd be like, well, of course they did that. That's not surprising.
Yeah.
But after the match they just pulled, their route to get here is so surprising.
Yeah.
Pip isn't it? Oh, and I think this is actually this is it. No way! Pipsqueak takes it! Wow. Solid stuff from Pipsqueak. You know, the guy has been putting in the work. He definitely deserves it.
Goes high and Dady with another forward smash. Professor Pro goes out to Dady. 3-2.
My God! With the flag, all the crew is here on stage because finally, Dady made that upset.
Hi everyone, and welcome to this week's KONEversations. This week it is a double special. 10, that's right, 10 doubles teams. Some of the best, if not the best doubles teams in Europe are on today's show. I've got Jim Morrison with me as my co-host. Say hello, Jim.
What's up, everyone?
And me and Jim will be jumping straight into interviews this week. No sort of big sell or like more of a meaty introduction because I just want to spend as much time with my lovely interviewees. And we're starting with the team that got 4th at the upset, Amsah and Nuckels. Let's say hi to them.
Hi.
Hi, Amsah, and hi, Nuckels.
What's up? How you guys doing?
All right, I'm going to jump straight in there, guys, because I said you got 4th, and I heard just a bit of a groan from the two of you.
Yeah, nah.
Nah? Well, yeah. Give me more than just noises.
4th never feels good. It doesn't matter what anyone says. When you said 4th, I just felt like I could have won. I just relived. I got PTSD. It's terrible.
What was the worst loss? Why did it hurt?
Honestly, all losses hurt, but
yes.
Which one was the worst? I don't know if there was a worst one.
You want my honest?
Both bad. They were both bad because
honest opinion.
Oh, go for it.
Unsalted. Just this is pure stop. Partially, the fucking VA lost because it started lagging. Like, if you play doubles and your computer is shit, DQ yourself. Yesterday I played against 2 other top UK players. One of them has a shit computer. It pisses me off.
Yeah,
it can run on a toaster.
All right, what I'm going to say to that then, you are a PC expert, Nuckels. So how about you get in touch with the two of them and offer your expertise?
Well, I have, but you told me that one of them was getting a new computer, and the other I've asked.
R23 literally has just got a brand new PC.
Yeah.
Thank God.
I know this is a thing. He was chatting to me this week. It has come. He has a new PC and a new controller. But let's get back to you two.
That's good.
But that felt harsh or felt bad.
Yeah.
What about the other match? I think it was it
Pipsqueak and Nicki, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if that one was worse. Like I said, I think that both were kind of bad because I felt like we could have won both. I felt like they were within our grasp. We could have won if we just stuck to a few basic things and we just messed up. So I felt like we are more responsible for our losses than they were.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like, and that's what hurts.
And it was quite close, right? It was 3-2, and they went on to ruin the whole bracket. So you feel like if you would have beaten that, you could have definitely won the whole tournament.
Yeah. That's what it felt like.
Yeah,
Actually,
damn, that sucks.
Saying that, what are your aspirations then for the circuit? Is it winning the whole thing?
100%. That's the only reason we're in it. Yeah. We're going to win the whole thing. Mark my words, clip this. 10 months from now, play it.
All right, then. So, Nuckels, you kind of challenged me to ask this. I'm going to ask it. Are you carried by Amsah in doubles?
No.
No.
You don't get carried by Amsah. Amsah is not the god of doubles that he beats Pipsqueak and Nicki on his own. The question doesn't make any more sense at this point.
Yeah, no.
We beat them in winners.
I can't do it on my own.
Yeah, and you know I'm teasing you because
I know.
I love you debates. And so what? Let's put it this way then. Nuckels, you are a very good player, but Amsah clearly has a history of being in another level in Europe. Yeah. So what makes, when it comes down to doubles, what is the difference for yourself, Nuckels? And therefore, like Amsah, I guess you've chosen to team with Nuckels as your static team member. Is there something that Nuckels does that you haven't seen, or what you get from him that you don't get from other players, I guess? Because I guess, Amsah, you've got a choice, quite a large choice in who you could be teaming with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I think Nuckels and I have been playing doubles for quite a while, and I've thought him a few things, how I see doubles, how I approach doubles, and I think we're generally on the same page when it comes to that. So what he offers me in doubles is that I literally don't have to think about what he's going to do, and he doesn't have to think about what I'm going to do. So instead of, I feel like when I play with different players, it's more that there's an element of singles that goes into it where I keep myself safe, and then sometimes we work together a little bit maybe. Whereas with Nuckels, we're one character, like one team. I'm not attacking on my own. I'm not defending on my own. I'm not recovering on my own. Everything is the two of us together making it terrible for our opponents. And that is, it's something I don't get with anyone else. Most people either don't get what I'm going to do, or they have a different philosophy when it comes to doubles, whereas he doesn't. And on top of that, he's also really, really stupid good at it. So if you add those two, then I have no reason to team with anyone else.
That's super cute. And I'm guessing it isn't something that's came natural. I'm guessing there's a lot of practice has gone on behind the scenes, guys.
He coached me for a long time now. Like I was his first real coachee, I suppose, before he started doing it professionally. And
where does he do that at?
KonesAcademy. Check it out.
Go on.
But no,
I coach doubles too, by the way.
He coached me for like 3-4 years, and I basically went up to him and said, can you teach me doubles? Because I'm really enjoying it, but I want to get better at it, and you're good at it. So he kind of crafted me in his own version that he sees as the perfect teammate. And because he explained it in great detail what his process is in terms of thinking, I get what he's doing. Like if you see us recover, like everything is in sync all the time. And that's, I think, one of the reasons why we managed to stand up to teams like Nicki and Pipsqueak, who are on a singles level, especially above me by a mile in doubles, because we work so well together. We live for ages, and that helps.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, one thing that I really liked, I think we've talked about this before in the Dutch scene as well, is Amsah, you always team with Prof, but you always wanted to team with Nuckels, but we've never seen it at a big European stage, mostly because Nuckels couldn't then most majors or anything, and then COVID happened. So was it already the plan that like you're going to drop your sort of team partner in Prof or whoever was available at the moment to full-time go with Nuckels when it's available?
It wasn't so much as a plan as something that sort of happened, because Nuckels is getting better and better every time, right? And I feel like we've reached a point where he's just super good. Like there's no point in teaming with someone else. And even though I like teaming with Aaron as well, I feel like I haven't been focusing on Melee as much. And when I did focus on Melee, I've played with Vincent. So I feel like this would probably work better. And on top of that, we don't have to travel. So this whole aspect of having to go to tournaments and paying for trips and stuff is not like an issue. I figured might as well do it. So I enjoy it.
Same.
And I know these are like, and I do apologize, these are really brief, kind of like little mini interviews, because I just want to get like some narratives and raise some profiles of teams before our next event, Phoenix Blue, which obviously I'm presuming you guys are going for gold there as well.
For sure.
And I just wanted to say, like, I actually thoroughly enjoyed watching your team at the upset. I can't wait to see you guys again competing at Phoenix Blue. And I just wanted to thank you for this, like, brief little interview, and hopefully as the season unwraps, we get to have some longer in-depth interviews, especially with yourself, Amsah and Nuckels.
Yeah,
so
sure.
Good.
Yeah, so I just want to say thank you very much, and I hope we catch up again soon.
You can interview us when we win the whole thing at the end. It's cool.
We will for sure.
Peace.
We will for sure.
That's good.
All right, then. Catch you later, Amsah.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Catch you later, Nuckels. Love you both. Bye.
Bye.
All right, just saying bye to Amsah and Nuckels there, and we're going to be going on to our next two guests. We are going to welcome two, what I kind of see or perceive as two of our double specialists in Europe, who actually have teamed separately in the past, not together. This event, the last event, Upset, was their first teams outing together, I believe. They may correct me, but I'm pretty sure that's correct. And they got 5th at the event. Let's welcome Timi onto the show, as well as Kellner. Hello, Timi. So basically, guys, I was wrong. You have more of a history than I realize going into this. But obviously, both of you previously, I know, Timi, you have had a good run with Glory in the past, if I'm correct there, teaming. Kellner with Prince. And like in my head, I've always seen you as these two players who are particularly good at doubles. Why do you think that is? Like, why? Obviously, coming together, you have solid doubles foundations already, and your team is already proven to be effective. But individually, why do you think you're particularly good at doubles?
I think doubles is pretty interesting because your character is way different than singles. And I think my playstyle with Peach has been aggressive, trying out with shield punishes, or just like poking them all the time until they somehow make a mistake and run to me. I'm not a patient of a player, so I don't really punish that much or let them take the advantage. So I'll try to just play my opponent all the time, and I think that works in double really well. Even with you have a partner who can back you up all the time, so even if you do a mistake or overcommit from time to time, he just backs you up and still saves you. And I think me and Timi, this works up really well because I think every opponent has to somehow fear my aggression, but also its passiveness. And this is our singles play style with which we kind of perfected. I think I do a lot of mistakes that I need to de-rust, but I think our singles play style, we don't have to change our characters that much to fit into doubles, and that's what other players like a Marv may, for example, may have. That they kind of have to adapt to doubles.
For sure. And I have one question actually for Kellner. So you have a lot of experience teaming with Prince, with a Puff, and now you also have a Falco, which is much different. What do you prefer now for character choice?
That's really hard because I think with Prince we kind of covered a lot of matchups that had a spicy in them, so we focused them all the time, and the partner doesn't matter if there's like Peach or Sheik or something, we just try to kill the spicy as soon as possible. But with Timi it's kind of different because we don't have any kill setups like grab res or some edgeguard shenanigans where we can both cover the edge. I think we have a pretty wide variety to get kill setups, but they're harder to kind of get. Like, it's not easy to get a grab in doubles or some advantage. So we kind of struggle a bit with killing, but it's really creative because we stay so long alive that we just kill them by percentage. And I think with a Falco, it's way better to team because there are no really bad matchups. For example, if you play against Foxhogs, it's really annoying if they just stays all the time and kill you both, or if you're like too flowy to just try to recover 3 minutes in a game and you can't really land. So I think with Falco you have a more time to play.
Yeah, I think for sure that's a big difference.
Was there anything from what Kellner just said that you wanted to say there, Timi? It looked like you wanted to jump in a few times.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to say that I think so too, that getting consistent kill setups is a bit weird in this team constellation, especially because before I almost always teamed with Fox players or Sheik, and with Fox, of course, you have laser grab up smash that's quite consistent against floaties, and or with Pops you have laser grab rest and stuff like this. Does not really appear with Peach, but of course there are other advantages for this team. You have, I guess you have way more neutral control because you have laser and down smash, which is a good combination. Peach down smash, I mean. So yeah, that's my point of view.
You both obviously did very well, finishing 5th, but you dropped sets against Rikzz and Kins0 and Amsah and Nuckels. Just where you're talking about the fact that you're still learning the team combination and how obviously with previous partners you had other setups available to you, but obviously now you're saying that maybe neutral is a little bit stronger. Are you both practicing together, to gel even further, ready for Phoenix Blue? And are you aiming to beat the types of teams that knocked you out in the last event?
There were definitely a few. We went back to the sets that we lost and discussed.
Okay, great.
And we are practicing, not really regularly, but there are sessions happening, of course, and we try to focus on the stuff that we want to still improve and learn new setups. And I think if we really keep playing together, we can definitely do better next time.
I'll finish it here, lads, because these are just little mini interviews, but I'm hoping across the season we get to have a longer chat together. But I was super excited to see you guys team up. It was quite last minute, I think, before the last event, and then to see how well you did. And I'm a big fan of you, Timi, anyway, and Kellner, you're one of my favorite peaches in Europe. So, I can't wait to see how you guys do across the entire circuit. So I just wanted to say, thank you very much for this, for giving up your time, and good luck going into Phoenix Blue next weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kellner. Thank you, Timi.
See you guys.
Love to both of you. Ta-ra. All right. This is it's like speed dating. This is what it feels like, Jim.
Really is, yeah. We have to boot them out so quickly.
I know. I do feel terrible, but I know this is my scheduling as well, so I kind of have to flow with it. But it's just because when I was looking to set this up, I was it'd be great to have that team. Oh, I really want this team as well, and then it just kind of snowballed.
Yeah, you got too many, but we're gonna go through them all. We'll talk to them all. We'll love them all.
Yeah, and then then next time, next month we'll just have a few on and get into a bit of a deeper chat. Saying that, let's welcome our third teams on. They did pretty well at the last event, finishing 2nd overall. I can see Rikzz giving me a little cheeky grin there. So we've got Rikzz and Kins0 joining us right now. Hello, Rikzz.
Привет.
Hey, and hello, Kins0 as well.
Yeah, hey, what's up? Can you hear me?
Yeah, you both sound great.
Perfect.
Are you cold? You look a bit cold there, Rikzz.
It's fucking cold in Germany. There's just no way around it.
Straight up to you guys then. Last event, you finished 2nd. I think that was your first event. Am I correct in saying that, teaming together?
First series one, pretty much. So we had there was a fun tourney, a Christmas tourney where we did a double link team. So that doesn't really count, I guess. But
I mean, we got third, so
yeah. But I mean, that's the first series tournament we played at. I mean, we played some of the unranked double stuff and stuff like that, but we haven't really entered any tourneys before that. So this is the first series performance, and this was quite unexpected to go this well. But yeah.
Yeah, so you just kind of said that, Kins0. In your opinion, it went better than you expected, yeah?
Yeah, it's slightly. I expected we could have gotten maybe top 8, but I didn't expect to get up to Grand's winner side and all that. Especially after like when the bracket started, like we always lost the first game. We were like really good at adapting, but it always like started out not too great, and then it just completely shifted.
I think also looking back at like the beginning of the week before the tournament, we always played with some randoms, and they were like really close with us, even though we didn't even know them from anywhere. So we really sucked at teams, but then we just got better over the week, and at the end of the week, we just somehow got second.
So obviously that was a dramatic change, though, for you guys to be perceiving it as like, oh, you know, top 8 would be good, and then obviously maybe potentially losing that first set, then getting that run. I think you guys actually ran all the way into winners finals, didn't you? And then
we even got to winners out of grands.
Yeah, and then you met back up with Pipsqueak and Nicki and Grant. I know. But what changed then? How did you guys go from let's hopefully make top 8 to like potentially nearly winning the event? How did you manage to change, adapt, improve across? Did you make any particular changes, or was it just the fact you played more together?
That's a good question, actually. You go first.
I would say like I didn't really expect to only get top 8 or something. Like I didn't really go into there with any expectations at all. I just thought like let's just play, and if we win, we win. And like I at least didn't change that mindset until like grands. I was still like looking forward to playing them, but we were still like so scared playing Nicki and Pipsqueak. And
for me, pretty much it was just like we knew like all of the matchups we had, like every individual player matchup was doable. So we just felt like, let's just treat every set as very winnable. And even if we're like falling behind or like getting dumpstered in the first game or whatever, and just like discussed everything after the matches and what we should change and where the struggles were, who should prioritize which player and who should go more aggro, more passive, stuff like that. And then it just kind of worked out apart from the grand sets, but
I also wanted to ask you guys, so both of you are players who did really well in doubles and presumably almost always do, and also do really well in singles. So do you have anything like, how do you combine them both? Do you have like a special routine? Do you just go to bed early? What do you do? How do you combine them?
You want to go first?
Let me think about it. I don't know. To be honest, I don't think that doubles is that skill dependent in a sense. Just because we are like good players, it's not automatically that we will beat other players just because we are better than them in singles. And like we almost lost against, I think it was Zacket, and I don't remember the other guy's name. But and these guys were just stomping us in the first game. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Then we somehow adapted. Like I think probably the only thing that we have is maybe the adaptation, because we are like the better players. We are better at adapting maybe, and that's why we can kind of like win sets on the long run better than other people. Maybe that could be the case.
I think we even almost lost the second game. I think that wasn't me. I think like there was like a 3-stock comeback or something. Like one player was like reversing or like 2-stock comeback or something. But
the Dutch guys were talking about it like, fuck, we could have had him. We could have beaten Kindle and Rikzz.
We were almost down 2-0, and I think at that point we would have probably lost that mentally as well. And so I don't know. Like there weren't any special routines. Like we didn't do any like scheduled trainings or whatever. It was like more spontaneously. You want to play some dubs? Okay, cool. Then we searched some people on the different Discords, and sometimes got some people. It's not too active. And apart from that, I don't know. We just kind of played with no expectations and just tried to focus and look at it like rational. Talk about tactics and stuff like that.
Yeah. So I also wanted to ask, so you're 2 of the 3 zooming German species. What do you feel about your team composition at Fox Falco? I know we've seen it sometimes before, but not recently in Europe at least.
I'm still not sure about like how good the combination is, to be honest, because I haven't played really too much teams in the past, at least not with Falco. So I'm really not used to it, but it definitely feels like it is good enough to beat everyone except maybe Double Fox. Like Double Fox is just like the ones where it feels we are a little bit too slow. For example, Falco can just like laser for free. He can't save me like anytime he wants compared to floaty matchups and stuff like that. So I think it's still good enough. It's still definitely doable with Falco and Fox.
I honestly believe I don't know. I think it's kind of incredible. I think it's not that explored yet. It's possible that you might need to play certain roles as Falco and as Fox, and you can't be too free with it. And we might still have to figure that out a bit. But like, I'm a huge Falco believer in general, so take a grain of salt. I also kind of believe Falco loses no matchup, but yeah, don't at me. So I think the composition is good. I think Fox can be better and is probably a bit better, but I think Fox is definitely a very top tier team if it's developed right.
Have you both discussed the matchup if you meet Pip and Nicki at Phoenix Blue? Do we have secret plans in the makes?
So far, not really. Like we haven't played since the upset, like doubles. So because like I didn't have time at all.
I know you've had your exams,
and now we can start playing again. So we are definitely looking forward to beating them, but it's definitely we need to grind a lot to do that. Like
yeah, that's what I was about to say. Like it didn't even feel like even though we got 6-0'd, like towards the end of the set it went better and better, and like the momentum just kind of started to shift, and it felt like it could be very winnable even when we were down 2-0. Then we kind of, I would like to say, throw away one of the games like the last one, but even if it wasn't, it was kind of close still, and it felt like if we kept playing like that, this could have easily like flipped around. So I'm still gonna respect them a lot, but I'm not like too afraid in terms of that we couldn't do it if we faced them again.
What I'm going to say is, as we're coming to the end of our little mini interview, guys, I'm generally excited and a little bit scared to see what you're both capable of in doubles with you actually grinding. To find out, like, the last event, you hadn't really done much prior to it. You've not done much since the last event. Like, if you put in a bit of time beforehand, it will be very, very exciting to see what you can do in this entire double circuit. And I would just like to finish on saying thank you very much for this little mini interview. And obviously, good luck next weekend. Get the practice in, because I want to see you guys going toe-to-toe with Pip and Nicki.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks.
And we're going to try our best.
Yeah. We're going to see you guys.
We're going to win it. We're going to win it. Just fuck it. Come on.
Yeah. All right, then. Lovely to see you again. Timi Rikzz and goodbye, Kins0 night. Okay. Moving on to our fourth interview. Going on to, is it on yeah, we are on our fourth interview. Okay.
Yeah, it actually is.
Yeah, we lost one at the beginning there. Johnny Fight was meant to join us at the beginning with randomness, but he had his vaccine today and is not feeling particularly well. So my love goes out to Johnny Fight. I hope you feel better soon. And we're now going on to two of my favorite people ever, and one of them just being one of my, like, oh, I love Robbie so much. So we're going on to Vanity Angel VA and R23, finished third at the upset. One of these members of the team has actually been rather absent, making a return during the upset. So let's say hello to VA. Hello, VA.
Hi.
Hey, and hi, R23.
Hello.
Hey, guys.
Straight into it then, because we only have 10-minute guys.
Quicken.
Robbie, you're not being about. Alex, how did you get him to be about? That's it. That's my first question.
Consistent pestering.
Was it even? I feel like you just asked me and I was like, yeah, I want to do that. Let's do it.
I felt like it's been in the works. Yeah, I guess if we hadn't teamed for so long like we've been teaming for years and years, so like I'd like to think that Robbie wouldn't have done it for anyone else. Which makes
how long ago did you start teaming?
Probably like there was some really small event near Brighton in like 2017 where it was just like, oh, this will be fun, and we learned about down smash ranges. And just
all about down smash.
And then just like teamed at like pretty much every single event we were both at since then.
Cool.
So yeah, quite a while.
You have definitely, obviously, long term been one of the more static teams in Europe and one of the best achieving static teams in Europe. So I was like massively excited when I saw you sign up as a team. Is this obviously we're signed up for Phoenix Blue? Are we expecting to see the team across the circuit?
Yeah, no reason not to. Like real life stuff aside, but like
of course,
yeah, definitely.
Why? Okay, so Robbie, I'm not going to get into singles. I'm just presuming you've got no interest in singles at the moment. Which is, I'm not. We'll see. Okay, but I don't want to get. I want to stay with the doubles. Is there what has drawn you back to play doubles instead of starting with the singles? Then
it's a good question. I guess I was just like playing some more melee, enjoying it again, which is the main thing. Like, this is fun, and I've always loved doubles. I've always loved teaming with Alex. So when the opportunity came up, I was like 100% yes, I'm doing this. Like, it's so fun, and that's it really. Like, singles is stressful, and I did start to feel some stress again during this tournament as we got to the last stages, and it really manifested in the way that it ended. So like the way that we finished the tournament was like to do with stress, I feel like, a lot for me. So yeah, coming back to doubles is about fun and just enjoyment for me.
In terms of this, what was that the last match then in particular we're referring to?
I think it's just as we get to the point where we can win, it always like turns on its head for me, and I start to feel stuff that I don't like, and it gets in the way, and there's just lots of other stuff going on besides just playing melee and having fun doing it.
Yeah, it's all a transition from like, oh, we'll see how this goes, and then it was like, oh, we just keep winning, and now we're in winners finals. Oh no.
We didn't have any expectations, I think, going into it. We were like, we could do like well or badly. We could hopefully let's get through pools, and like, I don't know, it was
from like 13th to, I don't know, possibly like top 3 was sort of like our top expectation, I guess, if that.
Do you feel like you could have gone further, as in on reflection and going forward into Phoenix Blue?
Yeah, I think our set with.
I don't want to put any stress on you, by the way.
that's not you doing that. That's definitely one for me.
Yeah, I feel like we could have beat Kins0 Rikzz. Like, that was definitely close enough. Like, watching it back it was a 3-2, so could have won that. Pipsqueak and Nicki are probably like a gap too far for us right now, but like there's improvements to be made. I feel like where they're at, maybe we can make the improvements quicker, where they're both like maybe more singles focused. Like we can close the gap easier than they can extend it, if that sounds sensible.
I felt we could have gone all the way at that tournament, but I don't know. I think we have the potential. We've got a lot of potential. I don't think we have near reached what we can do yet. So
yeah, I think any of the teams, like, it was really close. Just the fact Pipsqueak and Nicki somehow really went off in the losers bracket. Like, they 6-0'd the grand finals and they 3-0'd you, and suddenly they exploded. But besides that, I think it was really close. Like, Nuckels and Amsah could have done it. Kins0 Rikzz could have done it. You could have done it. So I think that's really exciting for going forward as well.
Did you, I'm going to throw a spanner in the works, did you manage to listen to Nuckels and Amsah earlier? And Nuckels whinging about lag between themselves and yourselves?
No, I didn't hear it. I know afterwards they were a bit annoyed, but I mean, it happens, right? Like, there's 4 connections. And it's still
it's
like
understandable.
The experimental build, so...
normally I don't have any problems with it, actually.
But Alex, am I right in thinking you've got a new PC?
Yeah, I got a sweet new rig.
All right, so going into the next event, Phoenix Blue, is there anything that you're doing to prepare for that? Any adaptations you're making? And so
we have
on?
not played at all since the event because Robbie's been moving house.
Oh, that's understandable.
I'm moving across the country to Manchester in 2 days. So yeah, it's a big move for me, and my life has changed a lot. I've started a new job, so yeah, lots of change, and I haven't had as much time to play the Smash.
I feel we're like taking the pressure off a bit for like next event, and then we'll like ramp it up maybe for the regen. But this,
and like
this month we'll just sort of see how it goes. Like maybe try get some practice in like the week before.
The way I see it, I don't see that we can drop off that much from where we were last time. Like the way that we play, the way that we are, that we know how each other plays, and our like dynamic as a team. I don't feel too concerned that we'll like see a massive drop off from last time. But we did practice a lot before the last event, so we're definitely missing that.
It's just like execution and sort of just like ramping up the team combo stuff, which we feel like normally comes a bit better like later in the tournament. And I think
I definitely saw that, by the way, like especially towards the end of your match with, because I watched the full dubs. It was awesome. I love dubs, especially like the teams we've got going in Europe. It's super competitive. But from you guys back end of Amsah and Nuckels, you could see your actual team combos improving through that set and then in the resultant sets as well, which was cool to see. I actually just love your team. Go on, Jim.
Yeah. I wanted to ask you. So you had a big run at the event. Like I think a lot of people were stunned. Like for especially newer players who might not recognize either of your names.
You're boomers like me. Well, Robbie's been.
I didn't want to say it like that. What was your most memorable moment from the event? Like, did you have a specific win where you're like, yes, that really felt good, or really bad loss where you felt down?
I think the set with Mai and Rail was the most stressful one because Amsah Nuckels we played a lot before, so we sort of knew that one could go either way. But those guys was also a 3-2. I think I wasn't quite last stock class hit, but we definitely were both at like kill percent versus Mai and had to like camp him out for about a minute straight. And winning that was like we both were like, yeah, like left the PC for like 2 minutes to calm down.
Yeah, the Nuckels Amsah match as well was really good for us. I mean, I didn't experience any lag, so
yeah, floaty players always say that.
Yeah, it doesn't affect me any.
I'm only leave my guys alone and take the Dutch.
I'm just kidding.
I've got my boys back.
I was only down smashing anyway, so it didn't really affect me. So.
Yeah,
but yeah, that match was memorable for me because it was a reverse 3-0. So yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, I watched it in the bath and popped off.
Just like splashing everywhere.
Just like everywhere.
Massive cleanup job.
Yeah. All right, guys, that was actually our 10 minutes up. I know it's super short and super sweet. Hopefully be able to have you on again in the future. Robbie, I'm going to hit you up and find out why you're in Manchester and so forth, because I am now intrigued on what's going on. Other than that, thank you very much for your time, Robbie. Thank you, Alex. Love to you both, and I'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye.
See you guys.
Bye, guys.
All right, Jim, give me a second. My microphone is falling and has been falling down since the last interview, and it's kind of just fell apart.
All right, so besides that, we are sort of at the halfway point. Our next guest should be joining, but we don't see them yet. I think this would also be a great moment. Oh, actually, there has our first one.
Yeah,
so, all right, so this next team that we're interviewing is actually a team that did not participate. And you might ask, why would you interview a team that did not participate? But we have good reason for that. These are two amazing players. They've teamed more often. They've been missing from the scene for a little bit, but we have the inside information that they will be participating in the next doubles event. Kone, who do we have?
We have the delightful Ice and the delightful Sixx. Hello, guys. Thank you for joining the show. Very last minute. I had one slot available, and I saw Ice cheekily sign up earlier on, and I was like, oh, we've got to get Ice and Sixx on. So, guys...
you are still muted, by the way. You can...
unmute yourselves. Yeah, a little round. Yeah, there we go. I'll say hi again, because you couldn't say hi. Hi, Ice. Hi, Sixx. Lovely to have you guys on. Love to see you. I was just saying, you signed up today, Ice. Sixx, have you formally signed up as well yet?
Not yet, no. But I have an invitation ready for Ice.
Get it done. So I'm presuming then that we're going to see you both next weekend competing in Phoenix Blue?
Yeah, I'm signed up.
Yeah.
Awesome. so you didn't compete in the last 2 events. My first question is to both you and Ice and Sixx, why this event? Why have we decided to jump in now?
I can start. So for me, it was like I knew there will be at least 12 events, right, for the same circuit. So I gave myself some leeway by skipping the first 2. I wasn't sure if I wanted to skip the February event, but I had to because I had some stuff to figure out first, especially since I moved to a new place. And finally, now that everything is settled and done, and my internet is also set up, because I used to have a worse internet that had like those bad, let's call them bad German lag spikes. I mean, Germany is pretty famous for the internet, right? Yeah. And now I have like stable internet, which is good to stream with, and at the same time I can like play netplay without fearing anything on my side. So those were like my, call them Johns or excuses, whatever, but I think I'm still going to make it in time by entering like the third event now, and I'm also planning to attend like all the other events, which I hope leads to something amazing. I have no info about it.
We do have something amazing, and I think it's kind of subtly out there, but I am not allowed to actually announce it formally. We have partnership with BTS. There is prizes in the works with BTS. Think about what BTS do, and you might be able to make a cheeky little guess on what it could be, but we will talk about that in a future circuit announcement. But I'm just super excited to see you both involved. Sixx, we haven't seen you involved in events for a little while. Jumping in now as well?
Maybe in the future. Like after like my last event was DreamHack Rotterdam, right? 2019. I was like before.
Where you got 9th again and out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Just don't turn up to things and suddenly do really well. That's what you do.
Yeah, that's what I do. And I don't know. I wanted to attend HFLAN in 2020, but then the pandemic thing started and everything got online. But luckily we have Slippy now. But so far I'm not that into the online era, I have to say. Actually, I'm playing from time to time online. Actually, also against some better players or good players from Europe too. And yeah, so far I was waiting a bit for Ice to play again because
putting it all on me.
Yeah, he's blaming you, Ice.
Yeah, I'm the.
God damn you!
So yeah, but yeah, I'm very happy that Europe had that opportunity to have the circuit.
Sorry, dude. Out of interest, what is it that you haven't liked about the online era? Is it the fact that you're not physically in person with people?
Actually, for me personally, I was never that guy that attended that many events anyway, right? So I'm still into Melee, of course, obviously, but I don't know when I start. Like I just pick one event once a year, I feel like, and then I don't know, do my best. But these days, I'm still trying to how do I say, like, keep my pace and keep my level from playing. But yeah, entering events is some difficult for me, obviously. I don't know. I don't feel ready yet. I don't feel like I'm on that level again. So I don't know.
You say that, but you always are. In terms of the doubles, what are your ambitions in doubles, guys? Are we is this a one-off event? Are we going to see you in more events? Are we aiming high in doubles?
Probably more events. I think it will come down to several things. I don't really have expectations. I think maybe I speak for both of us if I say we're just trying to have fun and like get back into the tune of things, because we haven't played any melee doubles for forever, it feels like, right? Like we know what we could potentially push for when it comes to like the potential of Link and Fox, or maybe we have like another team ready, but we haven't decided on that yet. But all of that will ask of us to train, right? And since we can only train online now and we still haven't really adapted, or let's call it start to like the online thing in general, I think that made it impossible for us to develop as a team long term. Because with a team with like Link and Fox, you need a lot of good double synergy in order to make it work. So even if you have like two amazing singles players, you can't really like rely on that only, right? Because the top tier teams will dominate you otherwise. And I know we are capable of doing great things, but I think it makes sense to see this as a test run first. And then if Sixx and me find the time to consistently train with each other and attend those events in the future, while also like having weekly plans or maybe bi-weekly plans of what things we want to improve on and take the time to improve on those things, then I have like really high hopes for our team. And I see no problem for us being the best team in Europe. I mean, I've been there for quite some time when it comes to like playing doubles at the highest level. So I don't have like any problem with like seeing us do the same things in the future. And Sixx himself is an amazing doubles player who is also able to carry other people as he has done in the past. So I think it's a great combination in general, and I have high hopes for our potential.
Have you guys had any? So you say you don't like the online era. I don't know how often you've teamed before, but have you already done some doubles practice, and are you actively practicing on it now?
No,
No, we didn't.
nothing.
Like, I think the last time we played doubles together was DreamHack Rotterdam. Actually, it's so long ago. But yeah, I played some doubles with Blaze. Actually, I got some good players too. We played against Kellner and Timi, and against Humpe and Chris, or I don't know. I can't remember the name actually, but I played some doubles and tested it. It's very nice. So hopefully Ice Internet is able to keep up, and we can play now. So and practice some dubs.
Putting it on my internet, I see.
Yeah,
You
have to.
But do you have a good internet now? Do you have
I do,
Telecom
yeah.
as well? Yeah. Okay, great.
It's stable. I wouldn't say it's good because it's still in Germany, but it's stable. I would say.
Sadly, guys, this is our 10-minute mini speed interview done. I'm just thankful that you managed to do it last minute. I'm like super happy to see you both entering next weekend's event. I hope you actually managed to practice before the event as well.
Yeah, we got to practice a little bit.
Yeah. I reckon you stay on the call after this and just sort that practice out. Get a little schedule going. But other than that, I just say to you both, thank you again, and just good luck for next weekend. And it's been great chatting to you both. So I'll catch you later, Ice. Lovely to see you. And catch you later.
Thank you for the interview.
Well. Thank you, guys.
Thanks for having us.
We'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Ta-ra.
All right, those were Ice and Sixx. Would love to see them again, and we'll see them next weekend. Our next guests are two very unknown players, actually, unless you've watched the upset. But for the Dutch scene, they will be very, very well known, and they are all very proud of their accomplishments. Our next team is Noxxa and Pixel. What's up, guys? Pixel, you are still muted. And now you.
All right, we're good now.
All right, nice to meet you, Noxxa, and lovely to meet you as well, Pixel.
Nice to meet you, Cole.
See you.
Yeah, nice to see you guys. Thank you very much for coming on the show. We'll get straight into it then. The result at the upset, did it surprise you guys or not? You finished, I believe, 9th finish?
Ninth.
Yeah, which
ninth, yeah.
is an awesome result. Straight over to you guys. Surprise, not a surprise. What were your feelings on that event?
Yeah, I can say I was pretty surprised.
For sure. Yeah. Yeah, it I talked with Noxxa before about should we team, or because we've only actually teamed twice ever.
Whoa, I'm really sorry, dude. Sorry for cutting. I thought you guys were a static team.
No,
we are not.
No, we've teamed twice.
Only once before the upset.
Yeah.
Okay, that's crazy, guys. Go on.
And also a year before.
So yeah, we haven't practiced prior to the event, and we just know from each other that we're just solid singles players. But yeah, I've played in loads of teams, so I know I have a pretty good base, I'll say, when it comes to teams. And yeah, I just said, should we just try it out and see what happens? Well, this happened, and we got ninth. So yeah.
And you guys put randomness and Johnny fight into losers 3-0, and you guys haven't properly trained together.
Yeah.
Mad.
Yeah. I have.
So what do you? Sorry, Pixel. What do you think went particularly well then for your team? Like what was there like a certain way that you guys chose to play, a certain like game plan you had that worked? Like why were you so successful in your first event properly?
I think I just said, let me be the aggressor, and you just stay back and try to play off what I'm trying to create. And I think with a team as Peach Fox, that works really well. Peach being the tank in the team, of course. So I think with that solid baseline, just solid that, we just played off whatever we did in those games. Like I tried to be the aggressor as much as I could, and we made it work.
I just held down center stage pretty much. That was the basic idea for my. That was my plan. Just hold down center stage. Pixel can go aggress, and we just played pretty much well around each other. Like we kept out of each other's space for the most part, and everything just worked out really well.
Yeah. What part of the event was your favorite? Like which win, for example, playing against which team? What was the most enjoyable experience?
Ooh, that's a good one. I don't know. I think the Johnny fight random. Yeah, that was a like a big surprise when we beat them. We were like, this. It felt like it didn't supposed to happen. Like it shouldn't.
But you beat Timi and Kellner before that already in pools.
Yeah, that was also really It felt everything felt very off because, as we said, we haven't practiced prior to it. But yeah,
it was just really weird. Like we did beat Randomness and Johnny fight, and we were in winners quarters, and we hadn't dropped a game yet. Yeah, and we were like, "How did this even happen?"
Crazy.
We were just playing that well.
Oh man.
Have you guys been since like the success of that event for yourselves, your result? Have you been practicing more? Is it something that you've decided to put more time into?
Well, we've definitely practiced more because we played at least once. That's more than 0.
Yeah,
but yeah, we are definitely taking it into the next event. We want to be practicing more and going on as a static team.
Yeah. We just said if this can happen without practicing, imagine if we actually talk to each other and set up some stuff. So
that's also how I found my first static teammates. I was just like running around. Then I got one good win, and I said, "You want to do this again?" And then we did it more often.
That's how it goes.
So I know. No, actually, no, I'm not going to get into that. I was going to ask about Around the World, but I think it's too niche for the whole thing.
Oh, yeah.
We love Around the World.
So there's this game mode where you play with items on all stages. They play this quite often online as well. Do you think that helps you also in teams with like awareness? Do you think it might actually transfer?
I think it does. Yeah. Because there's so
convince
much.
Me, guys. Convince me. Go.
No, I think just purely on the amount of chaos that can happen in that specific game mode that we play, it makes you just so much more aware of what random things that can happen in team matches or in dubs. There's just so much sometimes like random stuff that can happen, like specifically on Yoshi's or something. For me, definitely, I can say it definitely helps for just pure spatial awareness of what can happen.
Yeah, I think so as well. For the same reason, just like getting a grip of all the chaos that can happen in doubles.
For sure.
So I also wanted to ask then, how did your set against R23 and VA go? I didn't see that. Was it nice? Because that was the first loss that you tanked? Was it rough or?
It started out well. We took the first game, and we were just kind of thinking like, all right, let's keep going. But the way I see it, they just adapted really well. They started to play a lot better.
Yeah, for sure.
And I do not want to use it as a jump, but it was a bit laggy and at times there were these spikes.
Leave my guys alone.
This is third team that says it.
But they did definitely outplay us by the end of it. So I do not want to say we lost because of lag. They
definitely
and I also just kind of ran out of juice personally.
Yeah, I see.
Fair enough.
What are your ambitions going into next weekend?
Ooh.
Go one better. We're gonna make top 8.
Yeah. I think that's the goal.
It'll be difficult, but we're gonna fight for it.
We're
I think
definitely
there's even better teams joining this month.
Jim, like.
No. I like from
you just put them down. They're like top 8. You're like, nah.
No. I'm not saying it's not doable. I'm saying you got to work harder. You practice once. I don't see you adhering to doubles chat. Get on it, boys.
It's true. We should get on it.
You do need to get on it. It's kind of hard to schedule sometimes in weekdays because we both have kind of busy working schedules.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah, that's the difficult part about doubles. You really have to. Like if you both are actually at work, it's rough.
Yeah,
it's hard. Like I have a doubles partner, and we find it very difficult to kind of schedule as well around work and other commitments. It is one that is difficult to work around. But I hope that you both find time to work around it, get it scheduled in. We see you grinding a bit over the next kind of week and a half, and I'm excited to see how well you perform in your second event together at Phoenix Blue Online. And I just want to thank you both for your time. Hopefully you have another successful weekend, and that in the future we get to have a longer interview together. So I just wanted to say thank you very much, Noxxa, for your time. Thank you very much, Pixel, and good luck, lads, in the event at the end of the month. It's been lovely chatting.
Thank you very much.
Right, thank you very much,
guys. Lots of love. See you later.
See you, boys.
Ta-ra.
I'd love to see some new faces.
Yeah, it's just so cool. Like I literally did not realize that is their first proper event together.
I did because I see them play in Cetera, and I think it's really funny to just see, like I saw how they actually teamed up, and it was like, "Yo, anyone want a team for the upset?" in the general Discord, and he was like, "Yeah, dude, I'm down."
Yeah, it's fun. I just hope the practice, because like to do that well without it, it's just like put the practice in, guys, and let's see how far you can go.
Yeah, for sure.
And saying that, let's jump from that interview to our next interview. We've got two pretty decent players joining us. We've got the delightful Pipsqueak, Pip himself, and Nicki, winners of the upset. Hello, Pip. Lovely to see you.
Hello. Hello.
And hey, Nicki, how are you?
What's up? How y'all doing?
Yeah, we're good. It's just delightful to have you on in our little like speed dating 10-minute mini interviews. So we'll dive straight into it. Over to yourselves. What are your reflections on the upset? How did it go as a team?
We were rusty, but it was super interesting because we went in super rusty, and we definitely felt like every single game we were, piecing together the pieces of Exodia. We were just like building back the puzzle until we finally had that full puzzle at the very, very end. It was so close. We lost in winners super badly, and then in losers we went game 5 last hit versus Amsah Nuckels.
Yeah, and before that you had Yapi Skills, which was also, you had really a lot of close calls actually.
Yeah, the Yapi Skills one was interesting. Yeah,
it was.
We game 5, then we were like, okay, now we're mad, and then we like 5-stocked them game 5 because we paused accidentally, like since you can't disable pause, so we won that game. We played it out, but because we paused, we forfeited the stock, and then we 5-stocked them game 5. So
God, I hate the pause button. I fucking hate the pause.
Yeah,
I just fix it.
Yeah. It's the smallest thing. Just disable it.
Just do it like it is in unranked. Just don't.
Yeah, exactly. You're right.
I can go an hour on this.
Yeah, because we've already had so many instances in the first event, doubles event, of people posing accidentally, and you're just like, it should be such an easy thing to fix. Jim, you're gonna ask something. Over to you.
Yeah. So I wanted to ask you guys, what is actually the attraction between you two Zoomers from different countries, being good friends and teaming with another Fox from another country? How did that start?
I don't even know, honestly. I just know that at one Awakening we hung out, but I think we were already friends by that point. How did it start, Pip? I don't know. So what happened was I was really annoyed because I teamed with an ice climber, and it was Fao, and he's a good player, but I definitely felt like I didn't really feel like I got to play the game with ice climbers. I was like, what's even happening? There's too much shit. I don't know what's happening. I need some order in my life. And I was like, I had Nicki on speed dial. I'm like, hello, I'm going over to Awakening. You team with me. And he's like, oh, okay, I guess. And then from there, the rest is history.
Damn. That's a nice story. So ever since then, you've basically been a permanent team, right? And continue to be throughout the circuit?
Permanent, yeah. Like we haven't teamed at every event we've both been to. I know Nicki teamed with Prisant and I teamed with Dady, but we're as close to a permanent team as you can get pretty much at this point.
Pip and I teamed at Awakening, as you said, in like 2018, I think. And then in early 2019, I started teaming with Prisant, and then Prisant and I won Fed. And it's like, okay, now I already won the biggest doubles tournament in Europe of that year. Now I'm gonna get another teammate and do the same thing again with a different Fox. So now I'm just farming.
So I'm your second. I see.
No, you're my number one now.
No, don't worry about it. It's fine. It's okay.
Who's the left and who's the eyes?
Wait,
I'm the 11.
I'm not sure. I'd rather be neither. I'll just be myself, and I think I'm happy with that.
That's the right answer. Be yourself.
You know, I agree, but at the same time, I play neutral. He plays red, so I mean, I had to say.
He's German. You're sweet.
Yeah, that's not as important.
Yeah, honestly, at the last tournament, I think it was in pools, Pipsqueak got killed by a Ganondorf down B off stage. And when that happened, I was like, okay, there's no way we're winning this. There's no real point in me bringing that up. I just wanted to bring it up because it was so funny.
I can't believe you're putting so much.
I also tweeted it, so no one will ever forget.
Yeah.
But I think we have a lot of fun together, and I think we're really good at honestly talking about what we think happened in a game. I think we're both good at admitting when we did something wrong, but also anger. Yeah, also just being productive and thinking about solutions. When I team with other players, especially other top players in Europe, a lot of them are kind of they're not as communicative. I'll try to talk to them about strats and stuff, and then they'll be like, yeah, all right, and they won't really say anything. And then when we get into game, they just won't do what we just talked about. Yeah. Whereas when I'm teaming with someone like Prisant or Pipsqueak, I just feel like I understand how they play much better, and I also just know them personally much better. So it's much easier to know what they're trying to say, and they're also just way better at communicating than most people I've played with. So it's really nice to play with someone where you know that even if you lose, you can both work on it and at the spot and actually improve right away.
Yeah, you definitely showed that by going hard in the losers bracket and winning 9 games straight to win the whole event.
Yeah,
which was really helpful because we were a bit late on cruise anyway. So thank you for that as well.
Yeah, no problem.
Amsah Nuckels were super underseeded. They were so difficult compared to everyone else. I don't want to burn anyone else, but they were so hard to play against.
Yeah. No, they are amazing, and I already thought them before. They should be 5th seed or something.
They were 13 for something, and I'm like, eh?
Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, I thought that was a bit But Pip, what made them so difficult then versus the other teams?
Both of them are super patient, and they're very good at playing at ranges where if one of us goes in, if we ever try to save the teammate from above, then they're always there to cover it. And in winners, what happened was we kept trying to save each other by fall jumping and creating chaos, and they're so grounded and so good at just playing around that and always having a hitbox above them that we couldn't do it. And then in losers, we essentially said, instead of trying to save our teammate, because it's not going to happen, what we do is we whiff punish the person who hit the teammate. So worst case, we both get comboed by one person at a time. We don't both get comboed by both people. If one gets hit in the air and the second one jumps in, then we're both gonna get ping ponged around. While if one of us goes to whiff punish, they can't hit us in the same direction. So that was what we changed, and they were just very patient. They played very close to each other and permanently at spots where if we wanted to kill one of them, we had to somehow separate them, and they were like glue. They always go to each other as soon as possible.
Yeah, cool. I also wanted to ask, so both of you are amazing doubles players and amazing singles players, which means you're in for a long day no matter what's happening. So do you have, what are difficult, I know Pipsqueak already tweeted about it and talked about it extensively. So what are the difficulties balancing both teams and singles for such events?
Yeah, I think at the last event, I don't think it was too bad, honestly. I think doubles started at a reasonable time.
Yeah.
And then, I'm used to playing all day Saturday and Sunday at majors, because that's usually what happens at in-person events too. Mm-hmm. And I honestly think online tournaments are nicer because when you have a break, you get to actually take a break. So if there are breaks scheduled that are like well timed, then I can just like go outside and be by myself for an hour, which is like very helpful for me because I get like drained by all the noise and stuff really quickly.
Yeah.
So for me, it wasn't too hard, but I also like hardcore scheduled every single thing I would do at what time on each day. So that really helped me. But it was also kind of stressful. Just like, I spent like an hour just writing down what I wanted to do when, which I guess like not everyone will be able to do and everyone will want to do. So I don't know how Pip feels about that.
For me, the biggest issue was just the fact that when you're streaming it, it's very hard to take a proper break. And I took breaks as much as possible, but the issue is mostly that I played until really late. Or not really late. I finished pretty early the day before, and somehow I couldn't sleep for long enough. So what happens is you wake up at 6:30 and the tournament starts at 11, and then you're minus 3.5 hours until, compared to everyone else who wakes up 2 minutes before. So I essentially streamed for 11 hours or something without a break there. So you sort of just stream permanently and you have 3 extra hours, and then it's balancing those two things. I think is way harder than balancing the doubles and singles. I think the way doubles were set up was fantastic. Having it the day before like that, it finished at like 6 or something. It finished pretty early. It was super nice. Like I didn't feel drained at all doing doubles. I was very pleasantly surprised. But then the day afterwards, you wake up and you're like, okay, now I gotta be on all day, the entire time, and it's. I think the biggest thing is mostly that when I play in real events, I expect the break to happen in a way where I'm prepared to get to top 8 or like top 16 or whatever it is, where the break is. And I check what my possible matches are until then, and I play those matches and like practice for those. And I can't really get surprised. While here it's like, I'll prepare for top 8 and then on the way there, I get there, and then I'm like, oh fuck, now I gotta prepare for whoever I'm facing in top 8. And it's like I'm focused on the earlier stages in the bracket, actually making it there. And then by the time you're in top 8, you're sitting there like, okay, I've got no energy. I was so focused on everything else. I have to, go hard with no warm up, pretty much.
Yeah. I can imagine. I think also it's really like extra texting when you're streaming, right? Because that's another mental energy that you're expending. So I can definitely understand where that's coming from.
Yeah, and the fact is normally at a major, and the numbers we're getting are EU major numbers, like offline EU major numbers, and doing it all on a Sunday, where normally at offline major, you'd be doing your kind of pools on a Saturday, then your bracket would be on a Sunday. So you're doing a lot in one day on that Sunday. Guys, we're up for a time slot, and I know it was only 10 minutes, and we just wanted to kind of like, catch up with all the teams going into the next event, Phoenix Blue Online. So I just wanted to thank you both. Thank you, Pip, for your time. Thank you, Nicki, as well. Obviously, good luck at Phoenix Blue Online, and hopefully in the future we can have like a more of an extended interview together where we can kind of like obviously get into more depth than we have done. But again, guys, thank you for giving up your time, and I've really appreciated it.
Cool. Yeah.
All right.
See you around.
Love you both.
Thanks,
Catch
James.
you later. Jim and everybody watching, I'm actually going to sadly jump out, and I apologize to our next guests. My wife is texting me pretty frantically right now because my youngest son is hysterical asking for his daddy, and he has been asking for about the last 20 minutes, and I think my wife is losing it a little bit. So
I don't want you to get killed, so I'll take over.
I know. So I've got R23 has kindly said he'll jump in to replace myself and be the co-host with Jim. I apologize to our next interviewees. Hopefully I'll catch you up properly, guys, in the future. So I'm going to jump out, leave you with R23 and Jim, and everyone who's watching, I'll catch you up. Catch you at next week's Conversations, and hopefully if you're watching you've enjoyed this and you jump on with registering for Phoenix Blue Online. Night everyone. I'm gonna jump out.
Good luck, Daddy.
Yeah, I will do. I'll go save my wife. All right, see you later.
All right, and that gives me my favorite sort of fill-in host, but I love to see him again. R23, welcome back.
Not quite the same level of replacement, but at least this means you'll get to see Ed another day.
Yeah, but you're here enough. We should get you on full time, actually.
Maybe.
So reliable.
I think it's enough.
So next up, we have 2 German players who finally attended again. We have Blaze and PHL. What's up, guys?
Hey, thanks for having us. Hi.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, how are you doing?
Pretty good, yeah.
I'm recovering from an illness, but I'm doing better slowly.
Ooh.
It's fine.
Glad you'll be fine for next weekend. Will you be joining Phoenix Blue, guys?
Maybe. I might have to work, so we don't know yet, but I'll find out tomorrow or Friday.
Damn. I hope you can, because it was fun seeing you.
We want to play, so.
Yeah, because you had a pretty good run, I think. What did you end at again?
7th.
Yeah, we got 7th, right? Yeah.
So you beat the players who did really well, Noxxa and Pixel. They upset a few teams, but I see you handedly 3-0'd them. What was that?
I don't even remember
I think
what it was. Yeah, sorry. You can speak.
They were also the Fox and Peach team, right? I think they surprised us. We didn't expect them to meet them that late in the bracket, but they were actually really good. We 3-0'd them, but I think it was they played really good. Otherwise, I think, like in the whole scheme of things, I think the tournament ran pretty well for us. We beat the teams we were expected to beat, but we also lost against the teams who were seated above us. Yeah. So there was no upset win to take away from us. But overall, I think we were pretty satisfied with the result, because we had this winner set against Yappy and Skills, which was pretty close. And 2 weeks prior to the event, there was another doubles tournament where we got the floor got wiped with us when we played them. We got 3-0 in 10 minutes. It was really hard. So there was some improvement to be taken away with. So that was good.
Nice.
Yeah, I was going to say you guys have both not really entered any singles events for quite a long time. And I guess maybe you guys are you're both more doubles specialists anyway. I remember playing you guys at Awakening and thinking you guys were
right. That's true, yeah.
So is it just doubles events you guys are doing right now? And is the circuit sort of motivational for you in a way? Because I know you've been entering the doubles weeklies, or I've seen your name on the bracket a couple of times at least.
That's right, yeah. Well, for me, it is just doubles for now, since I'm still recovering from a wrist injury, so I don't want to take it too far. I've been playing doubles with Phil for quite some time now, especially in the Slippy area, because it's so easy to just hop on a match. And it's for us easy to schedule matches since we're flatmates, so I can just pop in his room, ask if he wants to play some doubles, and it's really easy to get a match going. But for now, for the circuit, I'm just going for doubles. I think he is as well, right?
Yeah, I don't really enjoy the online singles tournaments, so I don't like taking time a whole day to play a singles online tournament. That's not what I like. So I enjoy playing doubles more. So
yeah, I find when it's a whole day, it's nicer to sit with someone and chat to them as
that's right.
bracket, and singles you don't really.
That's pretty true, yeah.
Also, I enjoy watching the stream and just chilling out and have some beers and
it's never gonna be the same. That's very true.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
You go.
I wanted to ask. So, can you tell us how long you've teamed together? Because if my memory serves me well, I've been to Avalon when I was just a wee boy, and I think you've beat me there.
I don't think it was us too, because I think our team exists now for 2.5 years or 3 years.
Oh shit! It was blazing someone else.
Yeah, actually, I think the first tournament we ever teamed at was a weekly at my university back in 2017. And at that time, I was the static teammate of Däumling, which is who I've been traveling to the Netherlands with in the past.
Yeah. And he cheated on Däumling, so I went in.
The thing actually, the thing with that weekly is, I think it was Syndicate 2017 was just around the corner, and I couldn't make the tournament. And so Däumling actually teamed up with Reaper for that tournament, and they wanted to use the weekly as a sort of preparation tournament to see how their synergy is. And so I was looking for a teammate, and Phil and we were really great friends back then. And he actually took the 4-hour drive to get to this 10-man weekly so we could team. It was a really stacked weekly. I think there were 7 PR players out of 10.
Wow.
There was Slim Shady, Nicki, Merwem, Reaper, Däumling. So it was pretty stacked. And we actually won that tournament in doubles.
You beat Reaper and Däumling.
We did, yeah. And it was the first time we teamed together. And so we thought, what just happened. Our synergy is really good. We're doing really well, and so that kind of kicked all things off. Yeah.
So the evening before this small tournament, I took the drive, and then we started playing just for fun, because it was like, okay, let's see what our qualities are.
Yeah.
And we just also wrecked. I think it was Slim Shady and Dormling the evening before, and then we just started running over all the tournaments and just beat everyone. Like I think it was 6 or 7 tournaments in a row. We just pwned everyone. That was a nice experience and the start of a very nice friendship and team and everything.
And now you guys live together. Amazing.
Yeah. Romance.
That's such a great romance story. So would you also say that you guys are 2 super team specialists, because you say you teamed once, you clicked, and then you rolled everyone? Like, was it just a great?
I think we're the kind of like power of friendship kind of team. Like we like to motivate ourselves and like talk to each other and say like, this was a nice move and let's do this, and you're owning them, dude. Like, do you even need me? Do you want to play alone? And that's how we help each other up. And
you're like, also on voice during the previous tournament.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
It's
like, oh, dude, you're fucking him
There
up.
was one situation actually when we played Nicki and Pipsqueak losers, and we were asking for the red color, and Pipsqueak was like, "Yeah, whatever," and he was like annoyed by this question. I was really like triggered by this behavior, and I was like, "Okay, let's fuck them up now." And we won a game. So, yeah,
it's such a funny thing.
Yeah, and we were like, also like hyping each other up. Meanwhile playing.
Yeah. Overall, I would say we're just both 2 people who understand doubles decently well, without like theory crafting a lot before. I think we got good by just a lot of trial and error and playing a lot. And that's kind of how we approach doubles as well. If there's like a glaring issue in game, we obviously correct the mistake, but it's not like we sit down the evening before the tournament and theory craft about possible opponents. We just go in and play and do our best and keep a good mood. Yeah.
Yeah. So I wanted to finish up with your final questions. What are your goals in the circuit? What do you want to see from the next tournaments?
So my personal goal is to be the best German team. So that's what I want to reach at least.
That's Kins0 Rikzz. That's really stiff competition.
Does that include overtaking?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we can
not
take
for
that.
us.
No, I think for me, kind of like the goal that I have in the back of my mind is translating our double success that we've had in Germany to like the European scale, because I don't think many people know about Phil and me, simply just because we are not the type of people who make a deep singles run in bracket. So we just kind of want to use the circuit, and I think that's a nice opportunity to like enter every event and just make ourselves known. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
I think that's a great goal.
Yeah, I would be really surprised if you guys don't pick up enough points to be in like the end of season thing, because I think you guys will make top 8 at most events.
Thanks. Yeah, I think we will. Yeah, top 8 is like always the ground, the basic goal. Yeah.
Nice. I'm gonna have to wrap up. We only have these 10-minute little speed dates. Thank you guys so much for coming to us and talking to us. And I hope in the future we can have a little bit of more in-depth chat with you guys. And yeah, good luck in the next
Always
tournament.
done.
Have a nice evening. Goodbye.
Thanks for having us. Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
See you guys. Dude, I love those Germans.
Yeah, I like the whole power of friendship thing.
Dude, they radiated the
Good
love
team
for each
vibe.
other.
If they live together, it sounds like a perfect double situation.
Yeah, it is. Well, actually, it's not, because if you live together on the same network, you cannot play the new Slippy build. I actually have that with my roommate.
Oh, okay.
It's just real stupid.
Moving on. Who have we got next?
For our final guests, we have Le Frenchies. We have French team Porc and Tekk. What's up, guys?
Hello. What's up?
Hi, guys. Thanks for having us.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Nice to see you. Pretty good.
Okay.
You know, as you would in quarantine. Like,
Yeah.
as well as you could in quarantine.
That's nice.
It's weird.
So I wanted to ask you, reflecting on your bracket, on the upset, how do you feel about it? How do you feel on your doubles performance together?
Pretty okay, actually. I don't know how Paul feels, but I feel like we played our seed. We're not super experienced as a team, nor very practiced. So we were definitely outclassed by a more experienced team and just like better teams overall, like Amsah and Nuckels. and Yappy and Skill, I think. But overall, we did like okay, I think.
I was happy about it. Tekk was not. And
I get salty. Because we could definitely have done better, but we had some like misplays. But can be too mad about it.
Have you guys been like doing like a lot of teams practice together? Or is this why you're more disappointed? Like, are you looking at this like, oh, next event we want to do way better because you can see the things that you're going to sort out?
Definitely not enough practice. I'd say we have a hard time finding like time and partners to
the
train
first
with.
time we played team actually.
Yeah,
is this the first time you team?
In tournament, yeah.
Wow.
In tournament, yeah. Like Paul asked me like to join him in the circuits because and I joined him out of nostalgia. Like he's the person who taught me Melee, basically, who introduced me to the game. I was like, yeah, let's have fun. Let's have fun.
That's funny because Porc, you're really an old school player. You've been playing for a long time. How are you managing and how are you feeling about the net play era and the Slippy with the doubles, etc.?
Well, for now, I am enjoying it. I just got like a new computer and Sleepy, so I'm testing it. It's working amazing, I have to say. I feel kind of maybe I have some doubts about this because I prefer, to play the person in real.
Yeah.
but it's definitely amazing to be able to play Smash with anyone at this speed. It's great.
Yeah, it is crazy. It really is.
It's crazy.
I think it's pretty good for doubles as well. Like you can like practice with people that you wouldn't really get to see that often. Like you can, like form teams or like based on long distance, which is cool. Maybe. What's your guys like? Are you so your team? You said you're like teaming for the whole circuit. Yeah, are you guys or trying for a couple of events and seeing how it goes?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, we're committed for like the whole year. That's the plan. That's the plan, and just see how it goes. Like try to do our best, and just, most of all have fun. Like that's our end goal. We're not like.
We need to get to pay every event.
Yeah. We're not really into that kind of.
But we will We will. I think we will.
I feel like there's just two different teammates' goals here. Like Tekk is like, oh yeah, whatever, and Porc is like, no, we're gonna do good.
But I mean, like,
watch out.
The reason I kind of got salty at the upset is like I was saying that we could like go to the next round and like beat the opponents who defeated us. Like, we could have gotten top 8 through winners or losers. We could have done it. So that's the frustration that I felt, that we had some setbacks. But like our baseline goal is to have fun. But if I see that we can do well, I want to do well. So.
It's almost more difficult in a way, like especially where Tekk, you're like very competitive or used to be at least very competitive in singles. Like emotionally, it's like almost harder when you do well. Whereas if you just got like 3-0'd by someone in winners and losers, you'd be like, okay, cool, that was fine. But because you had like a really close set with Randomness and Johnny Fight in losers, it's like almost more annoying.
That's exactly it, because you go 0-2, you're like, okay, I'm done for the day. I'm just gonna chill for the rest of the day. But you start to have some wins, and you're like,
okay,
let's go. But then, nah. I shouldn't build like I made the mistake of building like kind of expectations as the tournament went on, but it was fine. We did fine, actually. We just did fine. I think.
I wanted to ask about whether France is actually like a bit of a doubles country. Do you guys practice against other French teams? Or are there static teams that are quite scary?
Mainly Maya and Charlon.
For now,
yeah, mainly Maya and Charlon.
Yeah, they did well as well.
We're gonna train with Mackenzie and Fauzi and Baxan because they're big.
That's
cool.
Are
they competing in this month's one? Are they and they also going to be like a static team. It's really cool to see all these really old school French players like teaming up, old friends coming back.
Yeah, I'm not sure about them. Maybe you know, Por. Are they teaming for the year or?
It's a new decision, but they decided it.
They seem serious. They haven't got like a contract like you two.
Porc, are you more focused on? Are you entering singles? Are you more focused on doubles? How are you currently standing in the circuit? Feeling about it?
Yeah, I'm more focused about doubles, like more serious. Like we train. I try to push Tekk to train with me.
Nice.
When in singles, I'm like more like it's so much harder to me. Singles, like it's a mental problem.
Oh man.
And dexterity, and plus doubles is way more fun, I think. So
yeah, especially where you said like you enjoy like sitting playing with someone. Like doubles kind of gives you a bit of that because at least you can like talk to your teammate whilst you're playing. Whereas singles is like, oh, I'm sat in my bedroom on my own.
Yeah, a little bit. Like, well, when you play with your friend, it's okay. You can call them and have fun, but it's not the same experience.
Yeah.
Yeah. So same for Tekk. How are you feeling about doubles and singles? Are you even playing singles?
No, I'm not. No, entering singles also. I'm really not really a melee competitor nowadays. You know, I only really just joined Por on for fun in doubles, but singles I'm really not like. I'm not practicing melee or. I mean, as in like seriously practicing melee. I'm not really committed to melee.
It's a full-time job.
If you want to be good at it, if you want to be good at it, it's like an exercise.
No, I don't have the motivation at that point in my life to like really grind the game and study the different like players that I'd have to overcome. I just want to have fun with the game most of all.
I'm sort of at the same point. I think it's a very happy place as well, where you're a pretty good player, you're satisfied. You don't like. I don't have the fire either, but I'm having fun in the game. I think that's I feel like that. That's great. I love it.
And if we can create a new combo, it's always
that's really cool as well.
Be good to see. We can see more of you guys through the events. I think you guys, there's like the circuit finale at the end, and I think you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah,
just nice to.
I wanted to finish off here. It's about 10 minutes. The small speed date interview is already over. I hope to see more of you guys in the future, and I wish you a lot of luck at the coming events.
Yeah, thank you a lot. It was nice to see you guys.
Merci. À bientôt.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, and that was the last team that we were interviewing. I think it's been a lot of fun. I know you came in close to the end.
I've done both sides of it, done the interview and the interviewee.
Which was more fun?
Asking people questions is way more fun.
Nice. Yeah, so normally we would have Kone now to shill KonesAcademy and the whole thing. Do you want to do it?
We could do it. We could try do it instead.
I'm not involved. You do it. I'm not involved.
For only €5 a month, you can get access to the consumer tier, which has hundreds of hours of footage of top coach lessons from people like Amsah, Ice, Red Blaze, Zamu, Ryobeat, LSD, and many more. Sign up for various patron tiers to get coaching from those players. Recently, LSD was on there pretty recently. Rikzz has spots. Kins0 has spots. Get on it, guys. If you want to step up in singles or doubles, you really should be getting on there, at least at the consumer tier, because it is so cheap. And I really like just like when you're just not really doing anything, just chucking on like a review for an hour and having it as something to listen to, and you just sort of soak in good melee ideas, and it will just help you level up a bit. There's the league system on there now as well, which is like a competitive matches against people at your level. You play like a couple of sets a month and just sort of move up and down like football leagues. Not got much else to say on it.
I think you did a great job, much better than I would have.
Just try. I feel like I've seen the adverts from Ed enough now that I sort of know. I know what you've got to say.
Yeah. You need to do more of the hand stuff. He does a lot of this.
Yeah, I'll work on it for next time. I'll work on.
Great. I think you make a great replacement.
Thank you.
I think that was it for us, guys. Next week on.
It'd probably be predictions, right? Cruise predictions, I'd imagine.
Yeah, so it's not this weekend, but next weekend is Phoenix Blue. So on Wednesday, we will probably have the crew analysis again. We'll have the panel together. So make sure you sign up for Phoenix Blue, everyone. And I hope to see you next week. And with that, I want to say good night, everyone, and goodbye.
Thanks all. Bye.
Pip is an edge gone away. Oh, and I think this is actually it. No way! Pipsqueak takes it.
Wow. Solid stuff from Pipsqueak. You know, the guy has been putting in the work. He definitely deserves it.
Goes high and Dady with another sports magic outcome. Professor Pro goes out to Dady. 3-2.
My God! With the flag, all the crew is here on stage. Because finally, Dady made that upset.
And now for my next number, I'd like to return to the classics.
KonesAcademy is partnered with the S.A.M E circuit, and for every circuit event, we'll be offering one-to-one coaching services as prizes.
You may be the next Pipsqueak. You may be the next Pipsqueak.
Imagine.